Hey, welcome to my cooking class. I'm wearing my Portuguese apron in honor of my husband who is not here. Let me change this a little bit. He is in Italy right now being fabulous. So today we are cooking this yummy recipe and I put it on for you guys. The fan is a little loud on the oven, so I'll turn it off soon, but I kind of need it. I think it's convection oven. Okay, here we go. So I wanted to go over these ingredients with you. Last time I kind of rushed through some things and I didn't tell you the reason for eating and substituting the ingredients of like a regular strawberry crumble is because our purpose is to feed our bodies, right? So usually in a regular strawberry crumble, you would use butter, you would use brown sugar, you use white sugar, and it would just be sugar covered in everything. Well, the problem is sugar causes inflammation, it feeds candida, it feeds cancer, it feeds arthritis, it feeds everything that hurts in your body, the sugar feeds it. So our purpose is to still eat the most delicious things, but feed our body healthy so that actually when we consume these delicious things, it actually helps our body feel better and healthier. So yay, win-win. So the first thing, strawberries, obviously. What do strawberries have in them? Vitamin C, B9, potassium, antioxidants, and plant compounds that help benefit heart health and blood sugar control. Okay, that's just the strawberries. Now those are in a normal recipe, so if you add the strawberries, yeah, you're winning. But then when you douse it with all the sugar and the butter and the white flour and everything that is really hard for your body to process, all of a sudden you turn something that's healthy and wonderful into something that your body can't even digest and process because it's covered in all of the other unhealthy things that your body has to attack first in order to clean those out of your blood so it doesn't poison your blood. Sorry, let me do one thing. 1 second, sorry. Okay, so back to this. So then we also, instead of white flour, we use almond flour. And the benefits of almonds are it lowers your LDL, which is your bad cholesterol. They have vitamin E, they have magnesium, potassium, which helps with your blood flow and circulation, and calcium, yay! So you're getting all these vitamins instead of the gluten and the processed white flour that we usually use that is really hard for your body to break down. The last thing I'll kind of point out, there's nutrients in this as well, but I didn't look those up. I didn't want to linger too long, but the other biggest thing in here that's beneficial is the coconut oil. And I know you guys are all aware of the benefits of coconut oil, but just in case you're not, coconut oil, instead of using butter, use raw organic coconut oil. It's antibacterial, reduces candida, which is a buildup of sugar and yeast in your blood in your body. It helps your pancreas produce more insulin, and so it helps regulate and control blood sugar levels. It delivers nutrients to your muscles, so it helps you build your muscles. It improves your HDL, which is good for your heart, and those level of fat converts into energy more easily. So the fat in coconut converts into energy easily than the other unhealthy fats. So they have proven that it actually aids in weight loss. So hello, why would you not choose this way? And if you guys could taste this through the video, you would see how amazing it is and you wouldn't doubt me for a second. So my thing is going off. I have already pre-cooked one so that we could taste it, but I'll show you how to put it together. Just let me check this really quick. Smells amazing. Oh yeah, baby. Oh. Alright, so we're just gonna let this cool, and I am going to show you guys how to make it, okay? So I have pre-sliced the strawberries, and this is for the strawberry filling. For the strawberry filling, we have 4 cups. These are organic strawberries. So obviously if you're putting things into your body, you want it to be as clean as possible. So you use an 8x8 baking pan, and you put 4 cups of strawberries, and I also already put 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice in here to help the strawberries stay fresh, and that's in the recipe. And then we want 2 tablespoons of tapioca flour, which I'm going to add after the wet, okay? I don't want the flour to clump up, and I've noticed that if I add all of the wet ingredients to the strawberries first, then sprinkle over the tapioca and hurry and stir it in instead of letting it sit there and wait, then it doesn't get as clumpy, because the tapioca flour is kind of like cornstarch or a thickener, and so it makes those strawberries like thick and juicy, okay? So we're gonna add the wet ingredients first. So we have the strawberries in here, we have the 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of pure raw organic maple syrup. This has so many nutrients and vitamins in it, you guys. I should have looked it up just to show you. Don't be shy with the maple syrup. This is a natural sweetener, so your body processes it in a much healthier way, and it's actually packed full of vitamins that are really healthy for your body too. So don't be worried about that. And now we want 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. All of these ingredients are here from Natural Grocers. They are so awesome. They let me come, 2 teaspoons. They let me come and use their kitchen for these demos, and they provide all of the groceries for me to cook this for you guys. 2 teaspoons. Okay, I just want to make sure sometimes I'm talking. So this is vanilla extract. I'm putting 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. And this is the dessert part. Oh, baby. Alright, so now I am going to carefully sprinkle, well, not carefully, 2 tablespoons of tapioca flour, okay? It's pre-measured. And I'm just going to sprinkle that over and then start incorporating it so that it mixes in with the strawberries, and it will kind of help thicken it up and make it juicy and yummy. And then when you cook it, you want to cook it until the top is kind of brown and crispy and the strawberries are bubbly and delicious. Okay? Alright, so stir this in until you don't really see any more white, dry powder. I want it to all be wet. You don't want anyone to bite into a big clump of the tapioca powder and get like a puffy, dry feeling in their mouth. That's no bueno. Okay, so that looks good. They're all juicy. So now I'm just going to dump this right into the pan. I didn't have to prepare this at all. You don't need to spray it or put anything in it. Okay, so just pour those right into an 8 by 8 inch by 8 inch baking pan. Delicious. Just kind of flatten them down because we're going to put that crumble topping on top of it. Okay. Woo. Thank you, spatula. Alright, now for the topping, super easy again, and then it takes 30 minutes to bake. So you guys can be a rock star in your kitchen with a few simple ingredients, and it literally takes 2 seconds. So for the grain-free crumble topping, we use the almond flour, and it's 1 cup of almond flour. So I have measured this out. Now I like a little bit more crumble topping ratio to strawberries. I like a little bit of crumble topping with every bite, and so instead of just 1 cup of almond flour, I did like 1.5. Okay, and then I just kind of upped the ingredients about half of each one. So I do 1.5 cup, 1.5 almond flour, but in the recipe it calls for 1 cup almond flour, so just make it the way you like it. And then I have a ½ teaspoon of the kosher salt in here, okay? And then we need 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. So you'll notice this is still kind of solid in the jar. That's okay, because when you stir it in, you want the crumble to be kind of pasty, and if you melt the coconut oil, it makes it a little bit more liquidy, so it's easier to handle this way. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of this. And again, the benefits of coconut oil are amazing. So usually you would put fat into a recipe, butter, oil, like vegetable oil or something, and you feel guilty and you think about, oh, how bad it is for you, but oh, it's so good. Well, now you can put this coconut oil in and think how oh so good it is for you, and then just enjoy it and don't feel guilty. Okay? Yay, we're feeding our bodies in a healthy way and still getting the delicious desserts that we all love. So 3 tablespoons coconut oil and then 3 tablespoons of the syrup. And again, this is a natural sweetener, and so it does not process in your body the way sugar does. So it doesn't raise your blood sugar levels the way sugar does. Your body actually sees it as a nutrient, and it actually uses it for something good instead of going to your liver and creating mass destruction. All right. So we have that. And now all I'm going to do is just take a fork so you can see the coconut oil is kind of right there, and the powder's here, and then that syrup. So when you kind of look at it, you're like, how is this ever going to stir together? But you just kind of use a fork and press it in, and the almond flour just kind of naturally incorporates into it. So you just want to keep kind of forking it down and pressing it in until it all mixes together and it has like a crumbly kind of consistency. Now, I have to be honest, this is a little tricky trying to spread because the strawberries are wet, so it doesn't really like stay stuck to the strawberries, so it's really hard to kind of like push it on because the strawberries just don't hold on to it to give you a surface to push to. So, you know, I mean, some people try to use their fingers and kind of crumble it over, but I found that it wasn't very easy for me. So what I found and what I like to do is just use 2 forks, and then I will just kind of use them in tandem and just kind of spread it out over it. Alright, so it looks pretty mixed in, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It kind of looks just like a cookie dough. And again, everything in here is easily processed by your body, and it has tons of nutrients and super healthy for you, so you don't have to feel guilty about what you're doing. Okay. So this is kind of what it looks like now. It just almost looks like a cookie dough. Okay, so now all we want to do, and I'm just going to kind of put it on the strawberries and then spread it out with my forks. Okay. And then you can see it's kind of just clumped, and so I just kind of spread it out with my forks. That seems to be the easiest for me. And you want, again, it to kind of spread evenly over it in little clumps, so as it cooks and melts over the surface, it all spreads out so that everyone gets a little bite of the crust with each part of their strawberries. And the buttery, like, oil from the coconut oil, oh, that's so good, you guys. Really cannot wait until they develop a computer or a phone that lets you taste things through the phone. And I know it's getting close, so you just wait. My next cooking class will have that. Are you listening, Google? Apple? Android? Alright, so you can see I've kind of spread it out. Okay, cute. So now it's just kind of spread out over the strawberries, and I'm going to stick this in the oven for 30 minutes. And just like on TV, there's a magic. And oh my gosh, it's done! It's magic! So this is the one I made before that I just pulled out of the oven. You can see the top is kind of crusty and brown, and the strawberries got all bubbly and delicious. Oh, I wish you guys could taste it. It's so good. Alright, so since you can't taste it, and I can, I'll let you know how it is. So my cute, sweet little friend, Randy, I asked, my husband and I decided to have like a family night. And I said that we would come and make like a Portuguese dish for them if they could just make a dessert. And I told her that to find something that doesn't use processed refined sugar in it. And so she found this recipe and she made it, and it's so good. And ever since then, I just fell in love with it, and so I've been sharing it with everyone as much as possible. Okay, are you ready? Can you see the yummy, crusty yumminess? Bart, are you gonna cook this for your wife and your family? Bart Quayle's watching. He was my boyfriend in 6th grade, and I remember I made him a paper mache, was it a cat or something? And I was so excited. I had a little paper cup, and I basically made like a paper mache cat over it and made ears and then painted it. And my mom drove me like 5 miles into town to his house so I could drop it off at his doorstep. I was so excited. Bart, I hope you remember that. Oh my gosh, so good, you guys. I mean, the fresh yummy strawberries and then that rich coconut and then the little crunch on top. Oh baby, it's so good. What else can I say? You guys are the best. I am going to have a YouTube channel so that I can post these videos on YouTube so you can go back and watch them anytime you want, because I know you want to. And I hope you have a fabulous night. I posted the recipe up too, so if you have any questions, let me know. But I love cooking, and healthy is so good. Thank you so much for joining me. This was amazing, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll post and let you know what recipe I'm making next. It probably won't be another dessert. It will probably be something yummy for dinner or lunch. Okay? Thank you. See ya.